Hey guys, welcome to Flow and Ground. My name is Jay. Today is a very, well, like most of our at-home classes, it's a light prop day. If you like to sit on something before we start, actually, you know what? We're going to start lying down today. I think that's kind of a good thing for everybody. So if you like to have blocks for a flow, or if you happen to have any props, that's fine. But go ahead and come into a reclining position on your mat with your head supported by a pillow. Maybe if you like to have your knees bent, you have your legs over something. Maybe you have your legs in a chair over a pillow, but I want you just to kind of take some time to get comfortable reclining on your mat. If you have a pillow, I also said, I don't think I said blanket or towel. Those are also good options for support too. So just kind of, if you have some of those things at home, just make yourself comfortable on the floor. If you have a mat, fine. If not, that's no big deal. So, and I'm going to stay seated so that I can project and speak to you, but I want you to go ahead and start reclining. So once you get situated reclining, go ahead and have your hands palms up, out from the body. If that bothers your shoulders or your hands for some reason, you can put your hands on your belly, palms down, but try to start with your hands out from the body. That's kind of an optimal position for energetic flow, and so that's kind of why I want you to start that way. Also, if your legs are okay being a little bit apart, let your feet relax, open to the sides. That's an option too. So just get yourself comfortable, giving yourself, don't be afraid to take up a little bit of space. And so hopefully you're already in that position and we're going to get started. So eyes are closed and or your drishti is soft and unfocused. And just take a minute and sort of allow your body to relax into gravity, into this yummy reclining pose that we're starting in today. So allow all the contact points along the back of your body that are touching the floor. Allow those contact points to feel heavy. Really feel the pull, the magnet of gravity in those contact points along the back body. So it's okay to feel a heaviness in the back of your body. And imagine through those contact points there's an energetic exchange with the earth. So you're absorbing into your body the grounding, calming, centering, soothing energy of Mother Earth and being close to the ground. And you are shedding those things that make you anxious, nervous, stressed. Mother Earth is more than capable of taking those on and letting those go. So just allow that energetic exchange, allow the receiving of that energy from the earth to move into your body through those contact points. And as you do that, I want you to start to feel a little shift in your body. So as you do this, you're letting go of the worries, the stresses, all the things outside the classroom. You're letting them go through that little energetic exchange, and you're bringing in all the calming, grounding, soothing energy so that you feel really present and you're able to sort of set a tone in your body with this new energy in your body. So there's a sense that you are not in a hurry, you're calm, your breath is also kind of moving aligned with that energy where your breath is nice and slow and even from beginning to end. So you're feeling that energetic shift affect everything in your body. It's affecting the way your body feels. You feel soft. You don't feel that tension from clenching and holding and guarding. Your breath is not rushed and short and shallow up in the chest because your breath is kind of allowing that shift to set a tone so that your inhales and exhales feel nice and spacious from beginning to end. Your whole nervous system starts to feel that shift where you dial right down into that parasympathetic nervous system. That feeling in your body of being safe, supported, helps that nervous system get the message it's okay to relax, it is okay to let your guard down, even if it's just for the rest of class. And start to feel that energetic shift move through the whole body. So your whole body is starting to peel away, layer by layer, bit by bit. The little pockets of tension, the little places where the guarding, the bracing may seem to be a little bit stuck. You start to feel the muscles of the face, the jaw relax. That ripple effect moves through your whole body, and you just feel that sense of ease and softness moving in and taking over from the holding and the gripping and the tension. Your front body feels light and airy, open and expansive, sort of as a counterbalance to the heaviness of the back of your body. Always kind of striving for that yin and yang, that balance between light and dark in your body, being strong and flexible. And just take a few more breaths here, breathing in and out through the nose, and just allowing and welcoming, inviting in those last little pieces of that shift. And just noticing how your body feels on a physical level, an energetic level, mental level. And if you want to set an intention for your class, go ahead and do that now. It doesn't have to be solving the world's problems. It can be something as simple as, I want to feel more relaxed at the end of class. I want to let go of something, whatever it may be. Just whatever bubbles up in your mind. Feel free to use that as your intention, and if nothing comes up, move through the class and feel you don't have to have an intention. You just need to be really present and move through each pose with intention, but you don't have to have that broad overall theme with an intention if it's stressing you out or nothing just comes to mind. And when you're ready, I want you to take a big inhale through the nose. And a big sigh all the way out through your mouth, letting all the air out, moving to completely empty of air at the bottom. And two more like that. Inhale through the nose, filling your whole body up with air, with prana, with life force, with energy. Fill your body up with that. Brief little hold at the top. And exhale all the way out. Really having that gentle compression in the belly to squeeze all that air out, coming all the way to empty. And one more like that. Inhale, filling up the whole body with air. And when you're full, see if you can take just the last couple sips, just those last few sips, really filling up to bursting. And hold, feeling how you've just contained and captured in your body that breath, that energy, that prana. Feel it in your body, kind of that pulse, that hum in your body. And then when you're ready, exhale and sigh. All the way out, all the way to the bottom. And then just kind of take a couple of reset breaths, not really trying to breathe a certain way. Just keeping that focus, that attention inside, and you're always keeping that internal dialogue with your mind, your body, your spirit. Kind of trying to listen to what your body is going to tell you during class that it wants, that it needs. And if you stay present and focused, then you're more able to listen to those little subtle signals that your body will give you. So remember, I want you to listen to your body and do what feels right and feels good for you. Even if it's something other than what I suggest. This is always your class. And you know your body better than everyone and what it wants or needs. So when you're ready, I want you to slowly take your hands out from the body, palms up if they're not already there. And I want you to touch your thumb to the fingertip to every single fingertip on both hands. So you're kind of rubbing the fingertips together, thumb moving through each one and then coming back. Just really feeling the sensation of each fingertip and what that feels like. And then I want you to press the pointer and the thumb, press it kind of hard. Press the fingertip together, just feel that little bit of pressure. And release, and do the next one, thumb and middle finger, just a little pressure. And release, and thumb to ring finger, press. Again, you're not trying to hurt yourself, just a little bit extra pressure, and thumb to pinky. And release. Now all the fingers and the thumbs are all coming together in this little mudra, and I want you just to press together. The thumb and all the fingertips, and just hold it right here. If you don't like having you can have your arms lying out, palms up, that's fine. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, release that mudra, open up the hands, let all that go. And then from here, just slowly wiggle the fingers. You can open and close the hands, keeping the thumb on the outside. And from here, you're going to reach the hands up to the ceiling, so you're lying on your back. I'll go ahead and flip so I'm mimicking you. So you're lying on your back, your hands are reaching to the ceiling, and I want you just to let the hands hang for a minute in air. And just close your eyes and feel the energy, feel what you've created just by that little bit of movement and pressure in the fingers and the hands. You can feel that low level hum, throb, pulse of energy that you've created just by that little bit of movement. And then slowly start to circle the wrists around, just lazy little circles with the wrists. Maybe 3 times one way, 3 times the other way. And come back to where the palms are facing each other. I want you to pull the ribs down and in, kind of activate the core so that it feels really strong and tight. And then from here, slowly take the arms overhead, stopping where you need to for your shoulders. If you can, touch the thumbs to the floor and literally feel a little press of the thumbs into the floor, feeling a little activation in the shoulder blades. And then I want you to come all the way back up. Now you're going to take one hand by your side, one hand overhead, press both the blade of the fist of one hand into the floor, the thumb, or you can always point the base of the thumb into the floor. In fact, that feels easier. And let's just keep doing that alternating. So slowly alternate and switch sides, pressing both hands into the floor. Just a little bit of that muscular engagement. Core is strong. I want you to keep doing this a couple more times. One more time each side. And both arms together overhead. Last time you're going to go overhead with both hands. Press both hands into the floor. Try not to let those ribs flare, they want to. And carefully bring the hands by the side and press both fists into the side. And release that and let it go. Go ahead and slowly pull the right leg into the body. Give that right leg a squeeze in. You can always take the knee a little bit open to the side if it feels better right in that joint. Sometimes pulling the leg straight in feels a little pinchy. So you can always take the knee outside the frame of the hips a little bit, the frame of the body. And then from here, I want you to kind of gently allow that knee, so you're on the right side, right knee, let that drop all the way out to the side. Feel a gentle opening in the inside of the right thigh, the adductor, that attachment from the leg, the thigh coming into the pelvic area. And then come across the body and take that stretch to the outside of the hip a little bit. So you're not pulling this right hip way off the floor, you're just letting it come off a little bit. And just keep moving side to side. So just let the hip kind of drop open to the right and then pull it across to the left.
And one more time each side, kind of letting that knee drop out to the side. Trying to make sure that opposite hip feels grounded. Don't let your knee come so far that it pulls the other hip off. And then when you're ready, moving it across. And now coming back to center, go ahead and release the knee with the hands so that your knee's pointing up to the ceiling, and just circle that right knee, making big circles, as big of a circle as you can. So don't be afraid to take the knee across and out. Draw those big circles with the knee on the ceiling. I want you to go about 3 to 5 in one direction, and then reverse the direction. So just kind of circling, trying to get as much of the range of motion that your hip allows as you can. We're just waking up the hip socket on the right. And last time, go ahead and come back to center. Drop it out to the side one more time and hold it here. You can grab inside the knee, you can drop the elbow and brace the leg here, but I want you just to hold that leg out to the side. And see if you can just allow the weight of the leg and gravity, so you're not really pushing or straining, you're just letting the body kind of peel away the layers of resistance on its own. We have a tendency to want to force and jam our bodies into a stretch, and all you do is cause your body to fight you. So you're much better off peeling away the layers of resistance in your body to a stretch, just taking your time, giving your body the signals that it's okay to start to relax. I'm not going to push you past the point where you're comfortable. It's just a much more user-friendly way to stretch. Your body just doesn't fight you as much when you do it that way. So one more big inhale through the nose, and exhale, sigh, all the way out. Now we're going to hold it across, bring the leg across the body. Brief little hold, so not moving into a twist. The right hip is not off the floor very much at all. If it is, then you're just gently holding that leg across. Holding it right here, breathing. Again, I don't mind if the hip comes a little bit off the floor, it's fine. I just don't want you pulling the knee all the way across the body. We're not doing a twist right here. So again, big inhale through the nose. And exhale all the way out with a sigh. And coming back to center, go ahead and release the foot down to the floor. Adjust the hips if they kind of got a little bit out of whack, and extend the leg long. Just take a moment right here, hands palms up, close your eyes, and just notice if the right hip feels different from the left. Noticing if you have a buzz, a hum of energy in the right hip. Maybe it just feels a little more alive, a little more awake. Always kind of noticing what a series of stretches does for your body. No right or wrong answer. This is just an observation. And deep breath in. You can reach the arms overhead, big stretch. And exhale, just the left leg in. Hug the left leg into the body. Remember, you can take it a little bit outside the frame of the body if it pinches, and the hip flexor in the front of that hip. And you're kind of this is an active thing, so you can kind of actively press through the straight leg. You just don't want to feel like you don't have to hyperextend that knee into the floor. So it's like an energetic sort of, this leg is still awake and it has a job to stay engaged. But don't feel like you got to jam the back of the knee into the floor to the point where you pull the heel off. It's just not really good. It's just not really great for your leg to do that. So go ahead and drop the left knee out to the side, bracing, either holding the inside of the knee with your hand or dropping the elbow and kind of bracing the left knee with your hand, whatever feels better for you. Still kind of keeping that, that's why you're engaging this right leg, so that that right hip is staying grounded. It's feeling anchored to the floor. Starting to feel a softening on the inner thigh, on that left side, just kind of letting this left side relax. And then just take a couple of times and move back and forth. So you're just going to kind of gently pull the left knee across. Remember, the left hip can come off the floor a little bit, but it's not coming up very high, not enough to move into a twist. And just kind of let yourself move back and forth. This is a lazy little movement from side to side. If you naturally want to hold on one side a little more, fine. I support you in those choices. So remember, you're just kind of listening to your body, listening to what your body is saying about the stretches, maybe what it wants or needs. This is we're having a dialogue conversation. Yoga to me is a conversation with your body. And an important part of any conversation is listening to what the other person or your body is saying. Coming back to center, take your hands, release the left knee points up to the ceiling, and I want you to circle the left knee in a big circular movement. So it's like you're drawing circles on the ceiling with your knee. Take your time, just sort of slowly circling that knee around. Maybe you're going 5 times in one direction and 5 times in the other direction. 3 to 5, anywhere in there is okay. Just really feeling yourself warming up, loosening up the left hip and all the attachments in and around that left hip. Last one, go ahead and come back to the center, and I want you to let the knee drop out to the left. We're going to hold it here just a little bit longer. I like to kind of do a stretch and then a little warm up and then go back to that stretch. Sometimes it feels really different, sometimes it doesn't, but it's always kind of nice to play around with. I like static versus dynamic. I think they both have their uses and they're both super helpful with stretching and really getting your body to stay mobile and stay flexible, which is really important. So take a big inhale through the nose here and a big sigh. Let it go. Now bring your knee across and come, pull it across the body. Remember, just into like an easy little, maybe the left hip is just a little bit off the floor, but it's not a big twist. You're just pulling it across the body, holding it here, breathing, getting a little bit into the outside of the hip, maybe the ITB band, the IT band. I always want to say ITB, and it's really just IT band. So from here, take a big inhale through the nose and a big sigh. Let it all go. Bring that leg back to center. Carefully plant the hip. If you need to kind of adjust the hips where they feel a little bit more lined up with the shoulders. Extend the legs long. Big whole body stretch. Reach long through the fingers and toes. Really feel that active lengthening through the hands and the feet. And exhale, just relax wherever you want to and just take a moment and feel both hips now. Now that you've done both sides, just feel the energy, the blood humming, pulsing in through both hips. And enjoy that feeling of having done both sides, feeling a little bit more balanced. And inhale, walk the feet into the body, kind of like you're going to move into a bridge pose. And I want you to take a big inhale, arms overhead here, and exhale and just kind of loop the hands around the knees and just hug the legs into the body. You can do a lazy little circle on the back, kind of rolling around on the back a couple times each way, just massaging, loosening up any tension into the low back, the lumbar spine. And then when you're ready, go ahead and rock all the way over onto your right side. So just roll onto your right side. You can rest your head on your arm. And take your left hand and plant that left palm into the floor. And I want you to consciously pull the left shoulder away, down and away from the neck a little bit. And just kind of reach, just allow some space between the neck and the shoulder on that top left side. And I want you to consciously press each finger on the left hand into the mat. One at a time, and when you've done all 5, press all 5 fingers into the mat, grounding through all 5 fingers. And then go ahead and ground through the whole palm and the fingers. Actively press the left hand into the mat to where you feel a little bit of an engagement, activation in the left shoulder. And totally release that. Let everything go. Deep breath in. Exhale, a little press, just a little bit of activation. It's like you're gonna push yourself up, but you just don't quite yet. And release, let all that go. And one more time, deep breath in. Exhale, press that hand into the floor. And from here, slowly start to go ahead and move up, pushing all the way up onto your hip, and then flipping over onto your hands and knees for your tabletop position. Giving yourself room. If you have furniture around, try not to just kick into something fragile if you have it around. Got my phone, I'm going to try to move out of the way. So once you get yourself situated, spread the fingers, spread the palms, grounding through both hands, grounding through the knees. You want to have your hands approximately shoulder width apart. Again, no hard and fast rules. I'm not a big believer in universal alignment. I think we're all built different. So you're going to have to kind of play with what feels good in your shoulders and in your body. From here, knees about hip width apart. I want you to press the mat away from you and literally feel that active press. Turn the crook of the elbows forward and just feel like you're pushing the mat away from you. You're pulling yourself a little bit. Your shoulders are coming forward a little bit out of socket. And then as you exhale, I want you to do the opposite. I want you to keep the arms straight, but sink the head to the floor and allow the shoulders to start to come deep into the socket and relax way back. Feeling the shoulder blades start to come together. Do that a couple more times. Actively press the floor away where you feel the opening, the spreading of the shoulders and the shoulder blades apart. Again, turning the crooks of the elbows forward there. If that feels okay to you, if it doesn't, you don't have to do it. And then exhale, sinking, allowing the shoulders to kind of come together. The shoulder blades come together, they're deep in socket. It's like that humerus goes way back towards the back of that shoulder socket. One more time, push the floor away. And exhale, sink. Now I want you to find a middle ground here. You want to find a middle ground where you're not way out of the socket, but you're not way back in the socket. Kind of finding that perfect middle ground of engagement there. Once you find that, I want you to keep that. And inhale, slowly lifting the top of your head and your tailbone, coming into your cow. And exhaling. Neutral spine if you need to, or cat. And really actively feel yourself pulling the ribs in and the belly button in. And release, inhale. Crown of the head comes up. Remember, you're not pushing way out of the socket. You're not way deep. You're kind of right in the middle. Remember, eyes can go up. You don't have to crank back into the neck. And exhale. Just allow everything in the middle body to come together, squeezing together. It's almost like a compression, kind of tilting the hips forward, squeezing those ribs down and in. And one more of those. Inhale. And exhale. And coming back to center. Once you get back to center, I'm flipping around so I don't get confused on what side we're on, because I have my own method of madness up in this little noggin of mine. So I want you to take your right leg back, turn the toes to the side, and center the left knee on the mat. Go ahead and center the left hand with the left shoulder. And once you get situated here, you're going to take your right arm and you're going to reach it underneath, tap the outside of the opposite shoulder, and then inhale and open up that hand up to the ceiling and look up. We're going to do that a few more times. It's not really a thread the needle, it's just a little bit of a reach to the outside of the shoulder, and then inhale, take the hand back up. And one more time, reach across, squeeze, and inhale, Now with the hand that's reaching up, I want you to kind of play around with reaching up and then just kind of gently allowing that shoulder to rock, relax back into the socket, that little bit of engagement in that shoulder. And then reach up a tiny bit and then pull a little bit of engagement along that back part of the shoulder. And again, reaching up. It's like you're trying to pull that scapula in towards the spine. Last time. Now from here, take the hand behind your head. And from here, you're going to really get set in the hand and the leg. You're going to lift the back leg up if you can, or leave the foot down. Either way is fine. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, see if you can bring the knee into the elbow and extend long. Again, knee to elbow. Reach. Last 3. Last 2. 1 more. And you have the option of holding with the foot down, hand behind the elbow. If you want to go for the bind, reach back, grab the foot, keep pulling that heel in towards the hip, and hold it right here. Try not to let the ribs flare too much. You can look up at the ceiling if that feels okay for your balance. You can look at the hand on the floor, it does not matter. Hold it here and breathe. And release the foot. You can hold the foot up or lower it down. Last little thing, your hand can stay here or turn the palm behind and reach down to the opposite waist. And I want you to actively pull the top shoulder, squeeze that shoulder blade back and hold it right here. And look up. If that bothers the neck, look down at your hand. And slowly release that hand up on an inhale. And exhale, lower the foot, pivot back onto your hands and knees. Take the knees wide apart and press back for your child's pose. If you want to actively press back and really give the low back some yummy stretches, press your hands into the mat and really feel yourself getting the traction of your hands on the mat to press the hips back. If this bothers your knees, you can always shift forward, taking pressure off of the feet, the ankles, and the knees by shifting forward a little or a lot. So remember, it's just kind of you finding what works for you. And if it's something I don't suggest, doesn't matter. As long as it works for you and it feels okay, it's fine. So wherever you are, see if you can kind of soften into this shape. This is child's pose, Balasana. And this pose is designed as sort of like a safety, grounding, sort of reset pose. So I want you just to take a few breaths, breathing in through the nose, feeling the whole back body open up on that inhale and exhale with a sigh. And just soften, surrender to gravity, to the heaviness of the ground. And 2 more times like that. Inhale, feel that whole back body open and stretch. Fill up with air, and exhale, sigh. Let something go on that exhale. 1 more time, big breath in, and exhale, all the way out, big sigh, and let it go. Bring your hands forward, come back into your tabletop position, and this time in your tabletop, again, adjust the hands, spread the fingers, making sure that you're pressing through the knuckles and the fingertips, not just letting all of the work end up at the bottom of the wrist, the base of the wrist. So remember, finding that perfect place of engagement between too deep and too far out, kind of finding what I call neutral homeostasis in the shoulder joint. From here, you're going to pull the right hip and the right shoulder together. It's like you're squeezing, compressing that side to open up the opposite side. And I want you to move side to side. Now you're going to squeeze left shoulder and left hip together, looking over that shoulder. And just move side to side a couple more times. Squeezing one side. Think of it as an opening and a closing. So you close off the side you're squeezing to open up the opposite side. Yeah, 1 more time each side. And coming back to center. So now we're going to move into that same series. I'm flipping around again. So now your left leg's going to go back, lining up the right knee in the center of the mat. Right hand presses in. And remember, I don't want you kind of dumping and hanging all of this has some sense of activation. So you're finding the balance in your body between activating too much, where you're rigid, and not activating enough where you're not stable. And so you're always trying to find that perfect balance for you. So you're grounding through that right palm, feeling the whole engagement of the right arm, pressing through the right knee, left leg is back, taking the left hand up to the ceiling, looking up, reaching up. You're gonna exhale and just lightly reach that left arm around and touch the outside of the right shoulder. And inhale, don't fall over. And we're gonna do that 2 more times. So exhale is kind of like a thread the needle, only you're just kind of giving yourself a hug. And inhale up. And 1 more time. Reach across, give yourself a little hug. And come back up. So hold it here. Remember the leg is doing some work. Your wrist should not be really feeling a lot of this unless you're dumping too much in the wrist. So make sure you're having that right knee and that right hip have some stability and engagement to take the pressure off the right hand. So you can lift the left leg up behind you if you want to. Don't really have to, you can leave it down. You're gonna take your left hand behind your head. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, pull the elbow and the knee together, and then either release the foot to the floor or keep the leg up. 4 more times, exhale, pull. So I want you to move slowly enough so that you have the control and the mindfulness in this exercise, and you're not just whipping yourself around using too much momentum. Yep, I think after this we have 1 more, but it's hard to count and talk at the same time. At least it is for me. All right, so last one, you can hold it here. You can drop the foot down. You can always release the hand up to the ceiling here if you like, or you can go for the bind, reaching the left hand to the left foot or ankle, pulling the heel in. So watch flaring the ribs too much. You still want to keep that engagement of the core, and turn and look up over the left shoulder if that doesn't feel good. We'll look down at the right hand, so you pick. Really squeezing that left shoulder blade back. And release when you're ready. Take a deep breath in, release the left foot down. Take the left hand up, and I want you to pull the left shoulder blade deep in towards the spine. Left shoulder into socket, and then reach it up. 2 more times, pull it into the socket and release. Last time, pull it in, engage, activate. Now you're going to turn the palm behind, come around, and see if you can actively press the back of the hand into the back, and just gently see if you can pull that left shoulder just a little bit back. Looking up at the ceiling or looking down at the hand, either way. Just hold it here and breathe. Inhale, carefully release that left hand back up. Exhale, pivot back onto your hands and knees. Knees are wide, and we're moving into the child's pose again. Options on the arms. You can leave the arms in front. You can drop the elbows and take the thumbs towards the back of the neck if you choose. You can press the hands together here. Does not matter. You can always have the hands on the ground. Just find a place where your arms and your shoulders are happy. And just take 3 big inhales and 3 big exhales here. So big inhale through the nose. Big sigh all the way out through the mouth. 2 more times. Big inhale through the nose, feeling the whole back body expand, open up on that inhale. And exhale, feel it all soften back down into the ground. And last one, inhale, whole back body opens up. And exhale, relax and soften, let everything go. Slowly bringing your hands in front already, palms down if they were not there. Pull forward into your tabletop, and then I want you to slowly step back 1 foot at a time, moving into your downward facing dog. So remember, spreading the fingers, playing around with bending and straightening the legs a few times. My mat is like the farting mat noise, so just remember that if you hear those noises, it is my mat. Kayla always says that, but it really is true. These mats do that. And then I want you to pedal out, press through one heel, And then the other, just kind of warming up the back. I'm cracking and popping today for some reason. Maybe you are too. So just kind of take your time warming up the ankle joints and the feet. And find a place where your feet are about hip width apart. Remember, don't lock out the knees. You can have a softness in the knees. And I want you just to feel an energy from the hands, pressing the hands into the mat, feeling yourself broadening through the upper back muscles. It's like you feel an opening in the upper back. And that energy comes all the way up to the tailbone. And then from the tailbone, it moves down the backs of the legs and out through the heels. Don't get hung up on getting your heels down to the floor. It's a lot about ankle flexibility, calf flexibility. There's hamstrings, so don't feel like getting your heels down is the end-all be-all. From here, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, slowly start to walk your feet across one another. Crosswalk all the way forward on your mat. And end up with the right foot in front of the left. And go ahead and just let your body soften into that shape. Soften the knees. You can do a little rock forward and back. Maybe you go side to side. Shake your head yes. Maybe you shake it no. Just try to let the upper body soften as much as you can so that you're feeling like you're not locked or rigid, especially through the backs of the knees. And from here, I want you to inhale halfway up. And as you exhale, palms together, and I want you to take your left elbow outside the right knee and turn into a little twist. And inhale back to center, dropping deep as you can, coming into a squat right here. And inhale, slowly straighten your body, take the arms overhead, and look up. Exhale, come back down, deep, sitting deep into that squat with your legs crossed still. It's okay if the heels come up a little bit. I just don't want, if you can help, try to keep the front heel down, back heel can come up a little bit. Inhale up. Reach up. Last time, coming down into that deep squat. Hold it right here, low as you can stand it. And inhale, let the arms sweep the floor, coming almost fell over. Inhale, take the arms up. And exhale, palms together in front. And from here, I want you to relax the arms by your side so you're still staying in that cross position. And from here, so I'm on my right foot's crossed in front. We're not mirroring right now because I'm moving around too much. So just know if it looks like it's the opposite foot, it's fine. So from here, slide one hand down the side, the other hand comes up, and then just slowly move side to side. Slowly moving side to side. That about took my breath away, if that tells you how tight your side waist muscles can be. And this is also a balance challenge, so do the best you can. One more time each side. And last time, go ahead and come to center. And inhale, roll the shoulders forward and up. Exhale, all the way down. Inhale, shoulders forward and up. Exhale, soften. And one more time, inhale, forward and up. Exhale, soften all the way down. Relax those shoulders down. From here, you're going to inhale, take the arms up. And exhale, swan dive into your fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, lower. Hands down, step your feet back, coming into a plank. So coming into your plank, hold it here. Really engage the muscles of your whole body. Plank is a whole body move. Feeling nice. Try not to let your hips lift up too high. You also don't want them to sag. You want them to be right in the middle. And if you feel like you need to drop your knees, drop your knees. It's totally fine. Wherever you are, hold it here and breathe. Bend the left leg and extend it straight and switch. Just kind of move from one side to the other, bending and straightening one leg at a time. One more time each side. And last time, go ahead and slowly lower to the mat. All the way down, and once you get all the way down, flatten the feet. Press the low belly and the pubic bone into the ground as you roll the shoulders forward and back. Baby cobra. Lower, turn, one cheek. Inhale up. Exhale lower. And back to center. Go ahead and drop the elbows, turn the hands up. Take a minute, open and close the hands. Keeping the hands closed, roll out the wrists here. Maybe 3 times one way, 3 times the other way. And coming back, either having the blades of the hands down, palms up, palms down, doesn't matter. If you have shoulder stuff, I think external rotation is usually a little bit nicer. So blades of the hands down or palms up is good. And I want you to allow yourself to, again, not push totally out, but not sink all the way in. Kind of find that nice little middle of engagement in the shoulder where the shoulder feels like it's kind of neutral, homeostasis. And then lower the chin. And just let the head hang and feel. And then tilt the ear to one shoulder and come through center and tilt the other way. So just move side to side, nice and lazy. And back to center. Last one, just allow yourself to sink, let the shoulders kind of sink deep into, let the humerus sink deep into the sockets. Just allow yourself to sink forward. And pushing into the elbows a little bit. Come in just about halfway up, tip the top of the head up, and look forward for your Sphinx pose. Remember pressing the low belly, the pubic bone into the mat, making sure you're creating space for your low back. And exhale, carefully bringing the hands in, coming down. Remember, you're engaging so you can push up through a modified plank or a whole plank, either way. Just make sure that you've got the elbows squeezed in, that you're really activating those same muscles you were using in your plank, the whole core. Deep breath in, and exhale, pushing up and back, downward dog. In your down dog, lift the right leg up, sinking the left heel, and go ahead and roll the right foot and ankle around. Maybe roll it around 2 or 3 times each direction. And lifting that right leg up a little higher, deep breath in. And as you exhale, come forward and tap the outside of the elbow on the right side and come up and back. Now you're going to come forward, tap the inside. Inhale up. And come back outside. Slowly lift it up and back. Now come to the inside. And last time, this time, coming back to the outside. And lift to the inside. Now hold it here. Out, in, last one, out, in, and back up. Go ahead and bring the right foot through. Coming into your lunge. So again, low lunge. Kind of get yourself situated here. Keep the fingers down and see if you can sink the hips and lift the hips a couple of times. So kind of sink the hips, letting the front knee bend, not way out in front of the toes, so separate the feet. Yeah, straighten and bend a couple more times. And then hold it straight. Step the back foot forward enough to where you can drop the back heel Back foot is kind of turned out at an angle, moving into Parsvottanasana. So again, engaging the muscles of the legs, feeling them really strong. It's okay if you need to bend this knee to keep the hands down, totally fine. You're moving it towards straight, even if it doesn't straighten all the way. From here, straightening the front leg, inhale. Take the arms out and up. And exhale. Dive forward. Again, not touching the floor, softening the knees if you need to. 2 more like that. Inhale, arms out and up. Exhale. Last one. Now hold it halfway. And from your airplane, you're going to bring the arms in front, turn the thumbs up, and just from here, you're going to slowly lower, arms back, and slowly come in front. Lift with the thumbs as much as you can. Nice strong belly. Taking the arms back and forward. One more time. Back and forward. Hold it right here. Really squeeze. It's like you're using the legs to kind of press into the ground. Now you're going to bring the thumbs in and take the arms into the airplane. Pull them in. Take them forward. Pull them in to the side. Pull them in. Take them forward. And this time you're going to keep reaching forward and come down and just release down any amount. Remember, softening the front knee if you need to is fine. Either way, keeping it straight, just allow everything to pour down the front leg and hold it. You can lift the front toes and lower them a few times. You can lift the front toes, turn them in a little bit, out a little bit, if you like. Yeah, just kind of really getting into the back of that right leg. And slowly release the right foot down. Last little release into that pose. And from here, you're going to push off the back foot, lift the back leg, move it into half moon if you can. You can always stay in the forward fold split, or if you feel like you can get stable enough to lift the left hand up as the left foot lifts behind you and turns to the side. You can look at the floor if you feel stable, turn and look up. It is up to you, you do you. From here, slowly exhale, lower the hand and the foot together. And from here, just bend and straighten the legs a few times. And then just allow yourself to relax into the fold. Knees are soft. You can rock side to side. You can rock forward and back. Just kind of move however you like. You can tuck your hands into the elbows. Let the forehead relax onto the hands. Just kind of find where you feel like you want to relax and breathe. And just hold it here and breathe. Big inhales through the nose and big exhales through the mouth. A couple more of those. All the way out. And last one, big inhale through the nose. You can even come up a little bit towards a flat back. Exhale, big sigh. From here, slowly inhale, roll all the way up to standing. When you get all the way up, reach the arms overhead. If you like, you can kind of tilt the hips forward into a little back bend, keeping that feeling of softness in the knees if you like. Inhale up. And exhale, arms down. And from here, inhale, take the arms up. This time I want you to lean a little bit over to the right. Lean, come through center, lean. Next time you come through center, go ahead and take the left foot in front of the right and keep the lean. Lean to one side, come through center, other side, grounding through both feet, engaging the muscles of both legs. One more time each side. And coming back to center, reach the hands up, look up. And exhale, swan dive, coming into your fold. All the way down, relax into that fold. Rock forward and back if you like. You can take the hips a little bit side to side. And from here, just slowly inhale, come up. Take the arms overhead. And exhale, palms together in front. And again, from here, inhale, take the arms up. And exhale, swan dive right into that fold. Hold right here. You're gonna carefully bend the knees and sink as low as you can, trying to keep the front heel down, back heel can come up, and inhale, slowly come up, reach the hands up. And again, exhale, pull the hands down, sink. Sinking, squatting low as you can. And inhale, come up. One side's always harder. Last one. Exhale, come down. Hold, squeeze. Inhale, straightening enough, just enough to come up about halfway. Take the elbow outside the knee and turn to the side. Exhale, release the hands. Last little release down here, relaxing forward. Taking your head side to side if you like. A no, maybe it's a yes. Just allowing gravity and the position of the body to stretch out the back. Inhaling halfway up. Exhale, carefully stepping around back into your plank. Coming into that plank, feeling nice and strong. This time, take the feet wide apart. Really feeling strong. I want you to tap one shoulder, drop the hand, tap the other shoulder. Try not to have a lot of movement in the body as you do this, not a lot of rocking. One more each side. Last one, hold it here. Slowly lower yourself, pausing in your hover, coming all the way down. It's okay if the feet are still wide. From here, inhale up. Exhale, lower. Go ahead and take your hands, I'm scooting back, out in front, thumbs up. Lower your forehead to the mat. And you're gonna lift the left hand, right leg. And lower. Right hand, left leg. Lower and switch. Left arm, right leg. Release, right arm, left leg. One more time each side. Thumbs pointing up. And release, last one. Now both arms lift, press it into the low belly. Lift the arms up and hold it here. And from here, pull the elbows in, cactus those arms, and reach forward. Still looking down at the floor, keeping space behind the neck. Forward, pull back, one more time. Hold that engagement in the back body, hold it here. See if you can lift up a little higher. Lower the palms. And again, you can tuck the toes under, press up through a full plank or through your modified plank. Up and back. Downward dog. So once you get in downward dog, sink the right toes, lift the left leg behind, and really grounding through both palms, spreading the fingers. Rotate the left foot and ankle. A couple times each way. Bringing that leg up, and then go ahead and come forward, tap outside the left elbow, and lift it up. Bring it forward, tap inside. Take it up. Outside, up, and inside. Outside again, and inside. Bring it in, out, in, out, in, out, and take it up and back. And from here, slowly bring the left foot forward, coming into your lunge. Once you get into your lunge, I want you to sink the hips and lift the hips. Sink. So make sure the knee's not way in front of the toes. Lift, and you can kind of train track the feet. Lift and lower a couple more times. And then a brief little hold with those hips kind of sinking to the floor. That high lunge with your hands on the floor. Start to drop the back foot, bringing it forward a little bit and moving the front leg towards straight, coming into your Parsvottanasana, legs on the other side. So remember, you want both feet grounded. Front leg is straight or straightish. Remember, if it doesn't want to straighten all the way, it's fine. Engaging the legs, really using the legs to slowly bring yourself up. Reach the arms overhead. And from here, exhale and come forward, just as far as you can. 2 more times. Inhale out and up. Exhale. Last one. Coming up. And exhale. Airplane right here. So from here, you're going to take both hands in front, point the thumbs up, and then take them to the side and point them up. Keeping the thumbs up the whole time. Little different position in the hands. Thumbs up in front, thumbs up to the side. Be careful with your shoulder. Just kind of do what you can here. Now hold it to the side right here. Do what you can right here. Hold it. And lower the arms. Relax your head forward. And inhale from here. I want you to sweep the hands up. Palms face back. And exhale. Bring them back. Reach forward. Inhale, come up. Exhale back. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale back. Hold it right here. One arm in front, one arm back. And reverse. Switch. Switch. Last time. Keep this hand forward, reach it down, push off that back foot, moving into that half moon on the other side. Turning that right foot to the side, hold it here, and breathe. And when you're ready, deep breath in, exhale, hand down, foot down. Take your feet wide and just let yourself lean side to side. You can kind of let yourself sway. Just move, bend and straighten. And from here, go ahead and turn the feet out and start to sink towards your Malasana a couple times, lifting and lowering. So remember, if you don't drop all the way down into Malasana, you can always stay halfway up. If you want to come up onto more of a toe stand, if that's what you need to do, it's fine. I support you in whatever you need to do to get the release of the hips and the low back. So wherever you are, see if you can kind of sink the hips and reach the hand forward and just kind of drop back. You can take the elbows inside the legs, palms together here if you want to. Reach the hands forward. You can kind of move, turning more towards one side, Come through center, the other side. Just kind of play around a little bit in this squat. Whatever movements you have are fine. And when you're ready, take your hands behind you and lower the hips, moving into a sitting position. Go ahead and take the hands back. Shake out the legs. Shake out those legs. Bend the legs. And go ahead and drop your knees all the way to the left and turn and look over the right shoulder. Inhale to center. And we're going the other way. So knees drop to the right. Look over the left. Come to center. And last little hold, just drop the knees towards each other and just allow the body to just kind of let your shoulders kind of sink deep into the sockets. Just allow your body just to kind of relax here for a second. And go ahead and heel toe the feet together. Open up, let the knees relax open. You can actively press the feet together. And from here, just kind of pull the shoulder blades together, open the chest, drop your head back. And exhale, just kind of sink forward, hollowing out the belly a little bit. And then inhale, open, head back. And come forward. And last one, open up. And release. Go ahead and take your fingers out to the side or a little bit behind you, but we're going to do a little different version of bow pose here. So see if you can lift out of your bound angle right here, using that core for strength and stability. Hold it right here. Bring the knees together. Open. Together. You can kind of come into more of a traditional boat pose if you like. At the end, doesn't really matter. Well, maybe it does to you. And last one. Now hold it here. Hands down if you need to. Hands up if you can. I want you to lift and lower. Lift, lower, lift, lower. Last 3, 2. Last one. Hold it right here. Reach the hands forward. Hold it right here. Little pulses right here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last little hold. And go ahead and release it all the way down. Big lungs, stretch through the whole body, big reach. And exhale, just take a little break. Just breathe and process. Feel your whole body alive, awake, energized. All that movement that you did, all that breath and movement has created this energy in your body. And I want you to just kind of savor and appreciate what you've created, what all that movement has done for you. When you're ready, walk the feet in. And we're going to do a little bit of bridge work here, so feet about hip width apart. I want you to, from here, press into the mat, lift the hips up. See if you can keep the ribs down and just lift the hips. And slowly lower back down. Couple more times, lift, really focusing on opening up more in the hip flexor. Right here, keeping the ribs down and relaxed, and one more time. Lower and lift. Once you get to here, lift the heels up and see if you can get those hips up a little bit higher while keeping those ribs down. I know they want to come up, mine sure do, but see if you can keep them softened right here. Holding it up here, lower the heels, lift the heels. Lower, lift, last one. Now I want you to try to tap your feet. Now both together. And last little hold, lift those hips up any amount that you can. And exhale, release. Go ahead and pull the knees in. Roll around on your spine. Kind of move in a circle on your spine. Maybe a couple times one way, a few times the other way. Easy little lazy rolls here. And we're going to go back and do the reclining twist that we kind of didn't quite do earlier. Moving into the full expression of that pose, whatever feels good for you. So extend your left leg long. Take your right foot, either place it in front of the knee, outside the knee, or you can kind of put it up on the thigh. Just watch putting pressure on the knee. And just gently reach across with your left hand. Pull the right knee across the body, extend. If you're running into stuff, just kind of move it out of the way. Right arm out from the body, left knee pulls across, only as far as is comfortable for you. If you have any issues with bone density and you're kind of not feeling, or if you have back issues and you don't like a lot of torque on the spine, just back out of that as much as you feel like you want to. So remember, there's no right or wrong place to end up with the leg. It's just where do you feel like you're getting the ringing action in the spine, which is what a twist is designed to do. It's designed to sort of wring out and stretch out any of the stuck, stale, stiff stuff. That was a mouthful, right around the spine. So when you get here, I want you to take a big inhale through the nose. Big sigh, all the way out. 2 more times, big inhale. Big sigh. 1 more, big breath in. Big sigh, all the way out. Slowly, when you're ready, on your next inhale, roll onto the back. Plant your foot. Adjust the hips as you need to. Extend the legs. And a big, long stretch. Reach. As you exhale, moving into the other side. Bring the arms back down. Bend the left leg. Left foot is inside on top of the thigh or outside the knee. Just be careful putting your foot right on the knee and moving across, pulling the left knee across with the right hand, left arm out from the shoulder. So remember, come across as far as is comfortable for you. Everyone is different, and this side may feel different from the other side. So don't feel like you've got to crank that knee all the way across. You really don't have to do that. It's much more important how it feels than how it looks. So remember, don't get super hung up on looking exactly like me or your idea that you have in your head of what this should look like. I want you to really feel it in your body. And if there's anything that's really uncomfortable, see if you can make a change. Wherever you are, take a big inhale through the nose. Big sigh, all the way out. 2 more like that, big inhale. And sigh. Last one. Big inhale. And sigh. Let something go. Carefully release the twist, rolling onto your back. Plant the foot. Hips and shoulders kind of readjust where they feel like they're lined up together. Legs long, arms long. Big whole body stretch. And exhale. We've come full circle back to where we started. So I want you to stay reclining on your mat. Remember, you can always kind of push the elbows in and pull the shoulder blades down the back, giving your neck space. You can do the same, plant your feet, lift the hips, extend the tailbone down, and release the legs. Don't be afraid to let the feet come to the opposite corners. Let the hands come out from the body. And just feel yourself relaxing into that Shavasana position. And once you get there, remember you can use any little props to get comfy. Once you get there, I want you just to allow yourself to
turn off. Imagine that you have an off switch in your mind and see if you can turn off all effort, all trying in your mind and your body. Coming back to that feeling of heaviness in the back body, allowing all the contact points along your back to feel heavy, to almost feel like gravity is a magnet, kind of rooting, grounding the whole back of your body. And in contrast to that heaviness, the front of your body feels light, open, expansive, and so you've got that perfect balance of heaviness and lightness in your body. You're not trying to breathe a certain way. You've let go of all effort. And the purpose of Shavasana is really not to fall asleep. It's to allow yourself to be aware and relaxed at the same time. So see if you can surrender all effort in the body, but maintain an awareness of your breath. Maintain an awareness of the energy in the body. And just stay present and mindful in this breath, this moment, this Shavasana. body on a physical level and an energetic level. And come back to your intention if you set one. And just imagine that energetic exchange that we started with from the earth, and imagine that you're kind of absorbing into your body even more of that grounding, calming energy, and imagine it sort of coming and wrapping around your whole body like a blanket, like a force field, like a little wrapping around your body. So that stress and tension just bounce right off this imaginary little force field, this wrapping that you have around your body. Because you've set a tone with intention from the inside out. And you're going to keep it with you for the rest of the day, maybe even the rest of the week. So when you're ready, take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, roll over onto your left side. Slowly moving to the left side, curl up on the left side and take your right hand and press the right palm into the floor. And just slowly press one finger at a time into the floor, grounding through one finger at a time. And then when you've done all 5 fingers, press all 5 fingers at one time into the floor. And gradually allow that palm to sink into the ground, pressing that whole palm. And at the same time you're pressing that palm into the ground, I want you to feel a little bit of a sort of an engagement of the shoulder, kind of pull the shoulders slightly down and away from the neck. So you're creating that little bit of engagement to have space in the neck and in the shoulder. And I want you to press that hand into the floor, feeling that all the way up into the shoulder, like you're gonna push up off the floor, but then don't, and release that and exhale, sink back into the ground. I want you to do that again. Press like you're gonna come up, and then release, and then last time you're going to actually press and push all the way up, slowly taking your time coming up into a sitting or kneeling position. Moving slow, and when you get there, bring the hands together in front and really press the fingers and the palms together, that same active press. So they're not just kind of resting against each other, you're actually pressing the palms together, feeling that engagement in the arms and the shoulders. And from here, you're going to inhale, lift the chin, open up. And exhale, sink the head forward and just lightly touch the center of your forehead with the knuckles of your thumbs. Engaging that contact point into your 3rd chakra, feeling that sense of inner intuition, acknowledging that inner voice that we have, and accepting its wisdom. And honoring that voice when we can. Slowly open your eyes, let them focus, adjust to light and color. And when you're ready, slowly lift your head all the way up, palms together in front. The light in me honors and recognizes the light in you. Namaste. And I thank you for being with me this morning. I hope you have an awesome day. Hope to see you all soon. Stay safe and healthy. And I will see you next time.